so excited to share with you the brand new picture books that came out in the month of August 2023. As you know, these are my favorite videos to do each month because I get so excited about all the new picture books that are released every month. And I know that being a teacher, it's hard to keep up with all of them. There are so many new ones coming out every month, even every week, that it's hard to stay on top of them. So I try to pick out quite a few to share with you every month so that you can add more picture books to your Read Aloud collection and even your classroom libraries. But if you're new here, my name is Sarah and I show up on this YouTube channel every Sunday night. And I like to share brand new picture books or read alouds that you can use in your classroom and even read aloud tips so that you can incorporate more books into your classroom every single day. If that sounds like something you're interested in, give this video a thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button down below. But let's dive into those brand new picture books from August 2023. The first book that I have is called One More Jar of Jam. It's a story of love, loss, renewal, and jam. About how a young girl climbs the mulberry tree in her backyard, how she gathers the berries, and how her dad makes the jam in their kitchen, and how she learns that the sweetest things in life are worth waiting for. Up next, we have a book called Fiona Builds a Fairy House. Now, Fiona believes in fairies, so she decides that she's going to do something about it. So we follow along with Fiona as she is foraging for supplies, scouting for the best place for this fairy house, and recruiting some of her magical friends to help her. As we go along, we realize that it might not be easy, but it's definitely worth it. This book provides a lot of STEM connections with using resources that can be found to create something new. Reminds me of the book, The Most Magnificent Thing, where you're taking those tools and putting them together to create something from your imagination. A great read aloud to share in your classroom. This next book is, I believe, the fifth in the series. This one is called A Family Like Ours, and it goes with the series A Boy Like You, A Girl Like You, what are the other ones? A Teacher Like You, and A Friend Like You, I believe. So this follows the same format as all of those books. And it goes into how everyone's family is unique, whether it's an extended family or an adopted family or our chosen families. How each one looks different, and that's okay, and that's something that needs to be celebrated. It talks about those important connections that we build within our families, and that our families are a place for growth, for support, for inspiration, and for growth. A wonderful book to share, especially around that May, June time where we have Mother's Day and Father's Day, and how not every family includes those parts. This is a great read aloud to share with your students. The next new picture book read aloud that I have is called Lolos Store. For the young girl in the book, Summers used to mean helping Lolo out at his Sari store. And Sari means good variety. And Lolo explains to her that you need to seek out opportunities and ways that you can help your community. And now she's far from home and she's missing Lolo, but she remembers the words that he shared with her. And she starts to look for her own connections to make within her brand new community. This is a book of connections, community, and Filipino culture. This brand new picture book, I have to say, is one that I definitely connected with. This one is called The Brand New Never Used Perfect Crayons. Violet is ecstatic when she earns her very own jumbo box of crayons with 84 perfectly sharpened crayons in the box. Now, this is where that connection comes in. I get super excited, even as an adult, when I get that brand new perfect box of crayons. Now, Violet can't stop imagining all of the amazing things that she's going to make with these crayons, but when it's time to take them out of the box, she realizes she can't do it. She doesn't want to mess up that perfection. She wants to keep all of those crayons perfect the way they are. But then her sister steps in to help her really truly unleash her imagination. This story really taps in to the joy of sharing and creating and letting go of that perfectionism. And I'm sure that you have some students in your class that would definitely connect with this story and will help them ease some of those worries when things don't always stay perfect. Another great read aloud to share with your class. The next brand new book that I have is called Empanadas for Everyone. Karina loves visiting her tia Mimi every Saturday to help her make empanadas. They work together and the kitchen smells amazing as they are creating and cooking together. But this Saturday, they're visiting the neighborhood food center. And while they're there, Karina understands what really connects community and brings it together. This is a nourishing tale about food and community and connections. This next book is another book that's part of a series. This one is called The Kid with the Big Ideas. In this story, it's about a non-binary child who has ideas that are so big that adults start to dismiss them. What if we could teach pets to talk? What if we could turn into mermaids and swim to school? What if we could make the world safe and inclusive for everyone? But with the help of their gran, they come up with their biggest idea yet. This book suggests that not only should kids have a voice, but that their ideas might just be the ticket to progress in our world. Powerful and inspiring story for your students. This next one is called From My Head to My Toes, I Say What Goes. This is an important book that discusses consent and control for that younger audience. But it also celebrates individualism, inclusivity, and empathy. A very important message for students, but told in a fun and lively story. The next one is called Dancing the Tinkling. In this story, Lola invites Jojo to dance with her. But as Jojo whirls and twirls and sings and tag along, he trips. Finally, he's able to be spinning and twirling and having fun to the rhythm of his own life. A great story about self-confidence and having fun. And this last brand new picture book read aloud that I have for the month of August 2023 is called Night Owl Night. This is a mother-daughter story about owl conservation. Sova's mom is a scientist who studies owls. And every night they go out in the woods to do some research. This book will definitely spark some interest and curiosity with your nature and science lovers in your classroom. And they'll learn the patience, the persistence, and the excitement that comes along with scientific research. A great book to tie in your read alouds to your science concepts as well in your classroom. So I hope that you got some great new picture book ideas for you to share in your classroom this school year. I will leave links to all of the books in the description box down below so that you can grab them to share with your students. And let me know in the comments below, which one of these are you going to grab first? Which one do you think your students will be the most interested in? I can't wait to read your responses. And make sure you stay tuned for next week because I will have more read aloud tips and book ideas that you can share in your classroom. Have a great week.